Now, back to Tony and Casey's Best of Food and Wine on Smooth and Easy. CL 650.
Welcome back to the Best of Food and Wine. I'm Tony Gismondi.
I'm Casey Wilson.
We're shifting from the Okanagan Valley to Tuscany. That's a nice shift. And joining us now is Stefano Benini. He's the export director for Marchesi di Frescobaldi. Stefano, welcome back to Vancouver.
Thank you so much.
Great to have you here. Enjoying your time in the city?
I love it as usual.
Yeah.
And we've been blessed by the weather. So
The weather's amazing now, eh? Well, what's going on with the weather in the spring everywhere? It's so warm in this globe of ours.
This year has been crazy in Europe as well.
Yeah. Oh, well. Change is what we need, I guess. Keeps us constant. Well, great to catch up with you today. And you brought, at first I thought you brought along an old friend, but you brought a new friend. Nippesano is a Frescobaldi wine so well known in this market and has been here for so many years. But you brought a new Nippesano.
I think it was a time to find something different in Nippesano.
Yeah.
Going back to the tradition. And we look back at what we did over the years in the estate since World War II. There was a first set of plantings that we did in the 60s and early 70s, which were replaced by new vines on the 90s until the last few years. And so the Nippesano Riserva that you all know is produced with new vines that are about 20 years old in average. Here we're talking about vineyards which instead in average are over 40 years old. So It's the first set of plantings we did after the war. And it's a very small lot.
Yeah. So you call it Vecchie Viti?
Vecchie Viti, which means old vines.
Yeah.
Yes.
And but people talk about old vines, but what are old vines? Like, what is the difference for when someone's thinking about buying a wine that's made from old vines?
At this stage, there is a dramatic difference compared to the new vines. We often say that the new vines look like the perfect soldier, like an army, and produce wine with great integrity, with constant quality.
Yeah.
With the old vines, they're a bit more, like in French, they say capricieux. It's a little bit more grumpy. So every year it's a challenge, but we put a lot of work into this product, making sure that we have the right crop and very low yield. And as you know, the old vines have, very low density.
Yeah.
And so we have to work hard to make sure we have the right quality.
And then when you harvest a wine like this from these special vines, then you put it in oak, but not in new oak.
We decided with Sangiovese many years ago, after some experiments, that brand new oak for Sangiovese, and especially barriques, is not the right thing to do. When you have large oak cask, you preserve the fruit. The integrity of the Sangiovese is very delicate, like Pinot Noir in a certain way. We think Nippesano is very similar to the style of a great Pinot Noir.
Yeah. Are you encouraged by the reception sort of worldwide now for red fruit wines and wines of elegance? Like, I feel like there's a sea change amongst some level of consumer to really embrace perhaps the style of Sangiovese in times before, like, sort of post-Super Tuscan. It's more interesting.
We went through a period of time where certainly the fruit bombs were a bit like the big thing, the big deal.
Yes, that's right.
Wines which were impressive. We can associate, when you drink one of those big wines, when you are racing to get the right time and to be the fastest.
Yes.
But it's just to get the pole position, as we say.
Yeah.
Wines like this, you actually go through the night and they're very smooth and you win the race, maybe.
Yes.
So they're much more settled.
Sometimes it's too much, too powerful. You can't drink a lot of it.
It's a lovely wine.
Beautiful wine.
It's almost like a gentle wine, eh?
It's incredible. I think Sangiovese, if it's planted in the right spot, can produce some amazing results.
Yeah.
And then you can age it for a long time, actually. The acidity that we have in Nippesano.
How long do you think a bottle of...
Well, Nippesano is one of the wines that ages so great.
So long.
Yes.
Proper store, etc. And even in the Magnum side, you can age it 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it's one of the great buys in the county buys in the market, because often people buy it and they just put it away for 6 years. and then they start drinking it, and they really have a sensational wine. Not every wine you could do that. This could you do longer.
Even 15, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
it is important to store wine properly. Like, there's no point in aging wine unless you do store it
It's
properly.
critical. It's critical, in my opinion.
You can't just people I know come up to Tony and say, I've got a bottle at home, I've had it 40 years, and well, where have you had it? Oh, under my bed or by the heater, or it's too cold. You can't do that.
There is a culture, I would say, especially here in your side of the world, where people have a precision about that. Very often I'm in a restaurant in Florence and I see bottles which are, keep at 28, 30 degrees.
Yes.
And it's a sin. I
mean, no good.
It's a disaster.
It's like being on an aircraft where for a while they had good wines, but it was either too hot, too cold,
Exactly.
it just doesn't work.
Doesn't make any sense.
No.
Delicious wine. Niposano Vecchi Viti, available in the market. We have the vintage 2012, and it sells here in the market. It's a fantastic price, $28.99. For a very serious wine. So you check that out, and it's listed in BCLDB stores around the province. And we should mention something to eat it with.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what you Tuscans have a wide range of foods, but we do too.
It's true. I would say red meat is a classical, like beef. It's a classical type of dish.
Or a pasta with ragu.
Pasta with ragu. Mm-hmm. It's a bit more north, like Bologna, but definitely. This is versatile. So
what about cinghiale? Can we have some wild boar? Or?
Cinghiale, you have to be a good hunter, I would say.
Not afraid, anyways. Well, delicious wine. We chatted earlier. We said, why don't we have some fun when you come by? You produce the most amazing olive oil. Tell us a little bit about the culture of olive oil and what you do at Frescobaldi.
And it's kind of opposite to wine. You don't want to age olive oil.
Not at all. And we had, in a certain way, a tragedy, a disaster back in 1985 because of a frost.
Yeah.
We lost probably 80% of the production in our region.
Ooh.
And was the beginning of the rebirth of a new style of olive oil done with more precision.
Yes.
But we had to wait, I would say, 4 years before we were actually able to reproduce some olive oil. And people felt really bad because extra virgin olive oil, when it's first pressed, it's so much part of our culture.
Yes.
It's just amazing. I mean, every year we wait for that moment when you finally can have the beautiful green substance that we call olio d'oliva, no? So, to have the bruschetta.
The color is amazing on this.
And so it was an opportunity to replant the trees on a different way and to form alliances among producers. And this is an example. The Laudemio is an alliance of fine producers to produce the best possible extra virgin olive oil.
And it takes a long time for olive trees to grow.
It takes quite a bit. It took us 5 years just to have some decent
recover,
to recover.
So Laudemio, the group that produces Laudemio, has set a higher standard than normal for extra virgin olive oil?
That was the objective.
Yeah.
That was the objective, to be able to start all over again.
Yes.
Producing the finest quality.
Yeah.
And then there is a panel that tastes all producer olive oil, making sure that the quality is appropriate.
Yeah.
And if it gets the approval, you can put it in this very nice bottle.
Wow.
So this is...
It almost looks like jewelry. The color and the bottle. It's beautiful packaging.
I think one of the secrets of achieving this level of quality is to make sure that you crush the olive an hour.
Exactly, very quickly.
So you keep the acidity very low. And you mentioned before that this could be perished quite soon. But in reality, if you keep the acidity very low, you can keep it for a while.
Yes.
Making sure that it is in a dark place.
Exactly. You don't want any light. You don't want any heat.
Absolutely.
It's an amazing food.
My goodness, yes.
It's part of your diet, but it's so good with so many different things.
Oh, you can put it over, ribollita or salad or all kinds of things, even pasta.
Yeah.
It makes it just even more rich.
Yes.
Even just a nice piece of bread.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a meal on its own.
I know.
Yeah.
There's nothing better.
Yep.
So, things are good at Frescobaldi.
Things are excellent. We keep...
we don't see Leonardo anymore in the market, but
Leonardo will make sure that next time he's here.
Yeah.
He's in good shape now.
He's in good shape?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Great to hear.
He's always a tiger. So
yeah, the family goes on.
The family goes on. We're trying to make to stay out of trouble, I would say, and to come out with some new projects.
It doesn't sound very Italian, staying out of trouble.
I know, we are disorganized chaos.
So there'll be other new projects that what sort of things are you thinking about at Frescobaldi?
Well, the next big thing that we have is to develop the estate in Maremma.
Okay.
We're already coming out with some new exciting product. We brought something in to try for the consumer here to just get a feeling from.
Yeah.
And try to find a focus and a direction from this property. It's a beautiful place, 15 minutes from the sea.
Yep.
So why not?
And nothing goes too fast.
We're a little bit slow, but, farmers do things a little bit slow.
I love the farmers who live in Florence. It's always a nice sort of juxtaposition. Well, we really enjoyed tasting the new wine, the old vines, the Vecchi Viti. People should check that out. Available widely across the province at $28.99. Just a delicious wine.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for sharing it with us. Can't wait to get back to Tuscany.
We're there, so make sure you come quite fast.
Are you going home from Vancouver, or are you?
I'm going home.
Yeah. That's nice, eh?
So,
good finish.
After a very nice, busy week, why not a little bit of relax?
How many years have you been coming, Stefano?
This is my 20 years in Vancouver.
Goodness.
But as far as of wine shows, maybe I've done 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say.
It's changed a lot in 20 years, hasn't it?
You're right.
Yeah.
But the passion of the consumer here is incredible.
It is.
They're so knowledgeable, and we are 15 hours from our home, and people know everything about our stuff. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's so great to hear.
Great wine writing, that's what I say. Stefano, great to see you. Thanks for sharing both the wine and the olive oil with us today. A real pleasure.
My pleasure, too.
Stefano Benini, he's the export director for Marchesi di Frescobaldi, and he brought a great bottle of wine today. We tried the Niposano Vecchi Viti, available widely across British Columbia in government liquor stores, $28.99. Treat yourself this weekend and grab a bottle and cook a veal chop or something.
Yes, wonderful. And invite me over, Tony.
Yeah, and I'll invite you over.
Maybe I stay.
Yeah, maybe you stay. You're listening to a special edition of the Best of Food and Wine. We're live from the floor of the Vancouver International Wine Festival. It's year 38. There are 155 wineries in the room, a far cry from the one winery that started it all back in 1979. I'm Tony Gismondi.
I'm Casey Wilson.
We'll be right back.
3 things you need to do at the 2016 Vancouver International Wine Festival. 1. Visit the theme region of Italy. 2. Visit the Best of Food and Wine stage inside the theme region. And 3. Enter to win a deluxe 2-night stay in a waterfront villa at Painted Boat Resort Spa and Marina on the Sunshine Coast. Winner announced 9 p.m. Saturday. Italian is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with CIL 650.